Aloha. Well, I thought I'd do something a little bit different. I've been really inspired out here in Banff, Alberta, Canada. Absolutely stunningly gorgeous place. And it reminded me of when I first became aware of what's going on in this world. In my 20s, after the Marine Corps and the trauma of realizing what an idiot I was and how I had enslaved myself by joining the Marine Corps and, believing in honor and integrity and all that stuff. And then speaking out about abuse of power in the Marine Corps and being punished severely, looking over my back constantly and really, my indoctrination was shattered. And in that context, I was able to use my mind really for the first time in my life. And when I started to be able to look at the world accurately, I realized, holy shit, we are destroying this planet. What we are doing is completely unsustainable. And it was a real shock to me. How did we get here? What happened to humanity that we became so stupid that we were literally going to destroy this planet and possibly annihilate all life on planet Earth with a nuclear war? As I began to really realize this, I wondered to myself, why isn't everybody else seeing this? And if they are seeing it, why aren't we all acting in unison to do something about it? It didn't make sense to me. It angered me. I felt anger towards humanity, that we were such a spoiled brat, that we had this beautiful blessing, planet Earth, and this tremendous blessing of life, and that we would run around, like observers and not actually participate in the creation of a better world, a sane world, a just world, a peaceful world. And over the years, I've come to terms with that, obviously. I mean, it is, you go through stages of frustration. I know a lot of you out there feel that, but the frustration ultimately gave way to a need to do something about it. I've always had the kind of understanding that if you want to solve a problem, you really need to get to the root of it. And so in my 20s, I started this process, which is now 2.5 decades later, of how do we actually solve our problems? What can we do? And over the years, I developed a lot of understanding from experiences with a lot of different people, a lot of warriors along the way, people whom I love and respect so deeply, who've impacted me and influenced me and motivated and inspired me. And over these 2.5 decades, I came to the realization that indeed we can make a better world. This is not some TV show we're watching here. This is a world that we create. And the reason why we have all these wars and all of this corruption and all of this insanity, this mass murder, war crimes, crimes against humanity, torture, all of this stuff is happening because we allow it. And we can stop it. We can create something better. We don't have to continue down this path of collective suicide. And I just want to say to everybody out there, I know a lot of you are frustrated. And, I get the question all the time, what can I do? Listen, there's a whole lot more that we can do, really. This is not some preordained fate of self-destruction here. We don't have to sit by and allow corrupt politicians, bankers, enslaving through indebting all of us. We don't have to tolerate that. We don't have to do that at all. And we don't have to be cynical and bitch and moan about it. We can do something about it. And, that's exactly why I chose the path I did. In truth, this nature, look at this beautiful place that we have here. I would be doing marine conservation work. I worked in Hawaii. I built my own business from the ground up. I did, whale watching, diving tours. I lived a blessed life in paradise, doing what I loved, making money. But I realized, holy shit, we're living with the constant threat of a third world war. So I actually moved into the realm of human rights issues because I came to the conclusion that we have to learn how to respect each other. We shouldn't be killing each other over our differences. We should celebrate our differences. And in a sane and just world, in a better world, we will. We're not going to kill each other over our differences. Most people, contrary to what the cynics will say, most people are good at heart. This isn't my opinion, this is my experience. I don't care what anybody says, and I've been to places most would never go. Gaza, I lived there for 6 months, been to Gaza several times, been to the West Bank. I've been to Iraq. I've been in a war as a Marine, and I've been in war zones as a civilian, as a human being, as a man who cares. And I've witnessed atrocities. I have spoken to people, beautiful, good, decent people who've been through hell, who've lost loved ones, who've seen their children blown to bits and vice versa. We don't have to accept that. And I don't care what the odds are. I don't care. I don't give a shit, man. I'm not worried about my own life. As a spiritually aware man, I know there's something even more precious than life itself, as precious as life is. And believe you me, I consider my life precious, and I try to live it to the fullest. Not based on fear, but based on love. And the anger I feel is based on that love I have of this beautiful planet and this wonderful thing we have called humanity. And some of us have sacrificed it, but ever-growing numbers of people are reclaiming their humanity, and they're asking themselves, how can I be part of something better? This year, I promise you, I'm going to launch this plan, which I initiated a couple years back after this 2.5 decades of research and thought and meditation, prayer, and I realized, okay, here's a way. And thank you to everyone who gave for the World Citizen Mission. Contrary to the lies and the slander and the false accusations, I have been working on this plan for the last 2 years, and it's going to get launched this year. And I promise you, if you care about a better world, this plan is for you. And I swear to you, we will make a better world. We will change this, and we will honor our children and future generations and do what needs to be done. No more excuses. Let's simply do it. A better world is ours for the making, so let's make it so.